Hi, good afternoon, folks. In this video, we're going to take a look at the career of Alex Tuch. Coming up. Okay, shout out goes to Ripsaw. He asked me if I could do a video on Alex Tuch, so I'm going to look at his career numbers and so on. A few things we're going to look at. Very basic stuff. I don't go deep into analytics. I'm a big numbers guy, yes, but at the same time, I'm also an old school guy, and I just believe in the old school numbers like plus, minus, hits, things like this. Judging by, I always look for heart in a player, and you can't put that into analytics. So let's take a look at this. We'll look at his profile. Okay, there you see it. Now, he is currently 25. He'll be turning 26 this upcoming May. He's 6'4", 220 pounds. And he was picked number 18 in the first round of the 2014 entry draft, which wasn't a bad draft. That was the Ekblad draft, you might recall, with Sam Reinhart and Draisaitl and so on. So he went in that draft. He's turned out to be a pretty good player. And at the end, I'm going to keep the best news for last at the end. So we're going to take a look at, let's look now at his regular season numbers, and here we go. Okay, there you see it. Now, you can see what a young career this really is. It feels like we got this gritty veteran, but in reality, we're still getting a very young guy. Very young guy. He's played really 4 NHL seasons, and 2 of them are really, partials because of the whole COVID thing and so on. But let's take a look. You can see in his 4 years in Vegas, he's 249 games, 61 goals, 78 assists, 139 points, and a plus 22. Looking up just for a sec, 2019, 2020 just looked like an off year for him entirely. His goals, his assists, he was a minus 10. Even his hit total was wasn't that as great as it could have been, I guess. But I guess it wasn't that bad. But anyway, let's go back to that 4 years again. So if you look, even strength goals, that's the EV, and the PMP is PP is power play, of course. So he's got 49 even strength goals, 12 power play goals. Let's go over to the right, which always what I check. 301 hits in those 249 games. 192 takeaways, and 125 giveaways. So his career numbers, he has 61 goals, 249 games. So he's averaging really 20 goals, 26 assists in an 82-game schedule. If we look at it that way, it's about that. I'm giving a ballpark figure, subtracting the extra 3 games, what have you. You know what I mean? It's good. I'm guessing he's going to do better. He's gonna have more of a prominent role in the Sabres for sure. So now, guys, we're going to jump a little forward to what I love to look at. Let's look at his playoff numbers. Okay, here we go. And there you see it. Okay, so if you look at his first take a look, though. The 2017-18, keep in mind, okay, this is a rookie. The year that Vegas went to the finals, he was a rookie. And 20 games played, 6 goals, 4 assists. His plus-minus was even. But you look over on the right, and you'll see 43 hits in 20 games. And 11 blocks also. Let's not forget that. So, and his face-off percentage in the playoffs, he had 43%, which he's not really a specialist on faceoffs, but it's just kind of an added bonus. And then we go a little further down, and we see the other runs. We see, just in the bubble, in the 2019-20 bubble, he played 20 games, 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points, a plus 5. And again, 46 hits in 20 games. And in last year's playoffs, 19 games played, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points for a plus 6, and he had 39 hits in 19 playoff games. So his total playoff numbers, to round it off, I'm not going to count the year they blew that first round to San Jose. I'm going to go a bit further down. 66 games, 19 goals, 14 assists for 33 points, so exactly half a point a game. But what I like is he's averaging over 2 hits a game in the playoffs. And for me, that is really, that's huge, because this is a guy that looks like and does show up in the playoffs. So he's been in playoff runs. He's had 66 career playoff games. And in those 66 games, you know, he's averaging over 20 goal seasons. You know, his numbers are just a little bit better. Maybe not the assists so much, but what we're looking for in the playoffs, let's face it, is physical play and clutch goal scoring. And it seems like this guy is the package. Now, like I said, the best news for last. Give me a sec here. And I'm sure some of you figured out what I'm about to pull up here. Okay, here we go. Yep, the money part. Take a look at that salary. I really want to thank the Vegas Golden Knights a few years ago for signing this guy to the max term. Well, 7-year term, I should say. I shouldn't say max, but 7 years. They didn't sign him for 5 or 4. They signed him for 7, which helps us a lot. Because look, we're only in year 3 of that 7 year. We got 4 more full years of Tuch for 4.75, which is really what he brings already to the table is a steal. I can't imagine in 3 years what he just might be bringing, right? I mean, this is really, that was a smart signing by Vegas. It really was. So that's the good news. I wanted to save that for last. Absolutely. Yep. 4.75 million. And you guys know, I mean, come on. Isn't like Domi or something making that? Or like how many guys in the league are making that kind of money and we think they're worth it and we still wouldn't want them? Like really, think about it that way. So this right now is easily, I would say, a $6 million player, 6.5. If I was to market him, he might be like, by the time this contract is up, he might be like an $8-9 million player by the time this contract's up. So we're getting not only a hell of a player, we're getting a hell of a price tag that comes with him. And that's really, you know, you can't go wrong there. A lot of people are, you know, I look at it this way, okay? A lot of people are going to say that the Sabres lost that deal, including some of our own fans, which is fine. They can make that argument. I'm not going to say we won it either. But I'm not going to say we lost it, because I guarantee you, if the Red Wings would have made this same exact deal, okay, everybody would be saying Steve Yzerman is a genius. That's what you would be hearing out there. Steve Yzerman's a genius, that he swung this deal for Eichel and got back Tuch and Krebs. And you'd be hearing that. You'd be hearing that Yzerman is a genius, whereas if the Sabres made the deal, they're going to be saying, oh, you know, they lost the deal. It's just, guys, that's the politics of being a last place team for so long against a Hall of Fame guy that has won cups out in that organization he's with as a player. It's just the way it works. So time will tell how this deal unfolds. I'm happy with the trade. Most of us, I think, were. You know, getting Tuch is going to be huge. And I think when we get to see, let's say we get a month of Tuch this year. Let's hope we at least get to see him for a full month and he really has an impact on the team. That's, I believe, when we're all going to say, wow, you know, Adams did a hell of a job here waiting as long as he did and got what he got. So that's my take on it, guys. That's my feel on it. So, Rip, I hope that's okay. I'm not going to make it the longest video. Just wanted to throw some numbers out there, the basic numbers. And the truth is, if I start putting analytics and stuff like, it's going to bore people so badly, they're going to shut the video. People just don't want to hear confusing stuff. They don't. Now, analytics are fine as far as they go, but I always find them so misleading, because all the analytics in the world last year, guys, said that the Canadians were going to get destroyed by Toronto. And meanwhile, once Montreal started playing with heart and Toronto lost theirs, season was done for them. So that's as far as analytics go in this guy's mind. All right, folks, see you in the next video.